Shelbourne Park was packed to the rafters on Saturday night for one of the great nights of the year. Not just one big final, but two major contests up for decision. First up was the Healthcare and Transport Services Puppy Oaks, followed by the feature, the Gain 600. What a night of racing we had in store. So the runners parading for the Healthcare and Transport Services Puppy Oaks. In one we have Holy Cross Leah, trimmed by Jerry Melia for Mary Melia, a fast starting daughter of Shane Boy Lean, Good Sarah. Two Siderian Pearl, one of four runners from Graham Holland. This is a daughter of Van's Escalade and Rockburst Pearl, bred to be fast, and she certainly is that. She's owned by the Siderian Syndicate, a leading fancy. In three, the favourite, Ballyhooly Clare, a second runner for Graham Holland, owned by the Full House Syndicate. This daughter of Kinlochbray and Cabra Smoky has been in imperious form, 28.06, 28.11 and 28.23 in the heats. Four is Airmount Tess, a hugely fast daughter of Bretley and Airmount Pearl, owned by Ger Kiley. If this one got loose, she'd make them all run. In five, Rockburst Riva, the third of the Graham Holland trained runners, owned by Ian and Nicola McGuinness, a daughter of Van's Escalade and Rockburst Pearl. She's a sister to Siderian Pearl in two. And completing the lineup in six is Slippery Louise. This one, the fourth of the Graham Holland trained runners, owned by Larry Dunn, a daughter of Brett Lee, and Kildallan Maid, a full sister to last year's winner, Ballydoyle Honey.
In one, we have Holy Cross Leah, two Siderian Pearl, three Ballyhooly Clare, four Airmount Tess, five Rockburst Riva, and six is Slippery Louise. And away they go. It's a very level start. Number two, the leader, Siderian Pearl. Ballyhooly Clare missed the kick, and it's Siderian Pearl leads into the back from one, Holy Cross Leah. In down the far side, and two has gone clear here, Siderian Pearl. She's out by a good 4 lengths from one, Holy Cross Lee in second. Then comes four, Airmount Tess in three, which is Ballyhooly Clare trying to improve and is improving. But out front, Siderian Pearl surely going to win this one in front for Graham Holland. Second is number one, Holy Cross Leah, and third, number three, Ballyhooly Clare, in a time of 28.21. Another superb run. So the result of the Healthcare and Transport Services Puppy Oaks, the winner, number two, Siderian Pearl, trained by Graham Holland for the Siderian Syndicate. Second was number one, Holy Cross Leah, and third, number three, Ballyhooly Clare, in a time of 28.21.
And so we now switch our attention to the Gain Dog Foods 600 final. In one, Shugabear Barber, owned by Jerry Barber and Derek Hatch, a son of Ashford Castle and Forest Maggie. 8 wins from 19 starts, strong running tracker, but a big price. In two is Ballyhooly Henry, a deserving favourite, trained by Tom O'Neill for the Ashville Syndicate, the son of Tired Big Mike and Lemon Soul, brilliant in the semi-finals, 32-38. A similar run would see him take a lot of beating. Next in three, we have Tradition. She certainly wants further, but none will be finishing faster. Owned by the legendary Pat Dalton, this daughter of Druby Scolari and flying winner, was named Marathon Greyhound of the Year only last week. And four is Mildeen Cougar, a runner for Graham Holland and the M&H Racing Syndicate, a son of Westmeath Hawk and Born a Luck, a dog with plenty of pace and power. He will need to be at his sharpest, however. In five is Hovex Blaze, a second of the runners for Graham Holland, owned by the Hovex Racing Syndicate, a son of Ballymac Vic and Silva Hill Tina, hugely talented. If he get loose in the early stages, well, he could play a big part in proceedings. And the same can be said for his kennel companion, Notorious Ben, a third runner for Graham Holland. He's owned by Michael Maloney, son of Royal Impact and Vicky's Dream, perfectly drawn in six. If he hits the lids, he too could play a big part.
So the bell goes. In one here is Shugabear Barber, two Ballyhooly Henry, three is Tradition, four Mildeen Cougar, five Hovex Blaze, and six Notorious Ben. And away they go. Number two, Ballyhooly Henry is fast away, leads up from five. Hovex Blaze in second, they're neck and neck actually. Now Hovex Blaze goes on from two, Ballyhooly Henry, who rails tightly and takes it up on the second bend. And it's Ballyhooly Henry by a length from Hovex Blaze. Back in third is Notorious Ben. And then the big finishing Tradition is back and forth. Watch her coming home. But out front, Ballyhooly Henry is kicked on by 2.5 to 3 lengths. From in second spot, Hovex Blaze. Tradition ran into a bit of trouble there, stopped her run, and Ballyhooly Henry is home and hosed for trainer Tom O'Neill and the Ashville Syndicate. Tremendous success here for Ballyhooly Henry in another very fast time, folks, of 32.24. Well, the favourite obliging in the final of the Gain Dog Foods Open 600. Ballyhooly Henry turning in a terrific performance to win it. So the full result, winner number two, Ballyhooly Henry, trained by Tom O'Neill. Second was five, Hovex Blaze. And third, number three, Tradition, in a time of 32.24.
Tom, a Night of Stars winner at the back end of last year, and now he's won a famous event, the Gain 600, formerly the Guinness 600 of course. A special night for you, I'd say.
Yeah, it's a great night. It's my biggest night anyway of my career, so it was very important that it all worked out for me in the night. Great for me, everything was great, and we were happy with him coming, so we could do no more, hoping that the gods were there. And one of his owners was looking down on us and praying for us, so he passed away there a couple of months ago, and he obviously praying hard for us, I'd say, down here anyway.
The pressure being odds on perhaps was getting the dog, you must have been thinking, into the corner, but out of the second bend there was no doubt about it.
Yeah, and fair play to the dog now. He came away well, but the 5 dog came down very fast. Now he drove a great bend, and once he hit the front we were quite happy then that he'd stayed out. Sure, it was a great night, when everything called the plan.
Yeah, it's hopefully stay sound for them. They should have good fun later on in the year, once Field Derby coming around, delighted for connections. Tom's a good trainer there, doesn't do a big number of dogs, but quality all the way. The stake was quality all the way as well. Okay, we hadn't get traditionally 36, 48 as what was normally there, but that's the trend nowadays. Got 24 good dogs, but it's quality from the start. Very, very competitive, good stake to win.
Of course, Willie, Gain have been heavily involved in greyhound racing for a long time, but to win the Welfare Award at the National Greyhound Awards must have been a special pleasure.
It was a special pleasure and something that's very close to myself and my heart. Part of the industry, welfare is very, very important, and the retirement of dogs and the awareness. The biggest problem is the people aren't aware that these dogs make fabulous pets, and there's a part two to them. They're great athletes, but they also make great pets. And we in Gain, while we're involved in nutrition, we're very conscious of the welfare and the follow on, and we produce products that will support that, and we will support that industry. I've been out to Italy myself with them, and it's very, very important that there's a part two for these dogs. Yeah, very, very famous old stake and has produced fabulous dogs. Last year's Derby winner came through it. Yeah, great week of awards or whatever. But he was nailed down. I think as he rode up today, it was his for the losing. He should have owned inside the track, which he did. He showed class pace up and away. It's great back straight pace. Dog coming into good form, and hopefully in the best luck. No difference to Ballyhooly Henry. Probably go for a good Derby campaign now as well.